My name's Dan Troike, and I got involved in it pretty much at the end of high school, which would have been like 2011 for me. And I started working different local barns and bucking stalls and just getting to be around horses. And then I got the opportunity when I was in college to go work a ranch out in Colorado called Lost Valley Ranch. And so that was kind of the school of hard knocks for me, just getting tossed into it. And it was a lot of hours in the saddle, and some good people there that kind of took me under their wing and started teaching me how to ride well and how to work with horses a little bit. I think there's two names that really come to mind in that. So the first is Ty Chesser, and he was the head wrangler at Lost Valley Ranch when I was there. And Ty taught me the basics. He was the first real cowboy, I think, that I knew. And so he really showed me the ropes, so to speak, in that. The second would be Brent Kilmer, who was with the V-Bar Guest Ranch, and that was in Laramie, Wyoming. And Brent was just, again, a great guy, took me under his wing and showed me some of the basics of working with a horse. And yeah, from there, it was just a lot of different trainers, guys like Ken McNabb and Buck Brenneman, just watching their videos, Clinton Anderson even, just watching those guys. Silver Creek Ranch is unique because it's in Ohio, for one. I think what we get to do here is unique in that we're working with a lot of youth, and so that's really cool. You're working with people that don't necessarily have a ton of experience or background, and so it's fun to be able to show them the ropes and kind of pass on what was done for me. So that's a really neat part.
My name is Liz Sullivan, and I got involved with the ranch industry about 3 years ago when I came to Camp Coral, but I've always been involved with horses, and I grew up with them. So, starting off, all my basic foundation was definitely my mom, because she's an equine instructor. So growing up was most definitely through her and my horsemanship. Since being at Silver Creek Ranch, it has been influenced tremendously by Dan, and being able to pour into others as well as also taught. I've been teaching myself through that as well. So it's been really cool.
I think the type of horses that we have to have are kind of a reflection of what we do. They have to be able to work with children well. So when kids come here for camp, we have to have something that's going to be gentle, and that's how we act with them, right? We're teaching them how to be around horses. We're kind of shepherding them, so to speak. And I think our horses in our herd have that same attitude when those kids are on their back. So I think that's probably the way they reflect what we do the most. Yeah, I like to say that anybody can learn to work with horses. A lot of it has to do with your demeanor and how you're going to approach it. So you want qualities like a hard worker. You want someone that's not afraid to try, that's going to be comfortable around a large animal. And all of those things can be gained, but if you're starting with something, that's a great place to begin. And then the other skills come from there. So if you know how to work a horse on the ground, if you know how to lead it around, just having the memory for what needs done and the eyes to see it before you're asked to do it, or you have to look at a list of things to do, but just seeing what needs done and getting after it, those are awesome qualities. I think the community changes a little bit every year, which is kind of neat, and it depends on the personalities of the people that we have employed at the time. But it always seems to be a tight-knit community, and I attribute that to working hard together. I think there's a bond that forms in people when they work hard and they do tough things together, and that happens here just about every day. And so it's cool to see that bond of trust and just that community form. And then as far as their interaction with me, I hope it's good. I think as a manager, you're only gonna ever hear so much, right? And but I love interacting with our crew, and it's kind of got its own flavor each year.
I think the best skills are just willing to be humbled, as well as just the eyes to see what needs to be done, the how can I help attitude, and just the determination to grow and just be better and be okay with not knowing how to do things right away. Ranching has shaped who I am today with the fact I've always been very determined, and ranching pushes those limits every day, but in the best way possible. And just continuing to, again, I get humbled on a daily basis, but there's a really beautiful growth with that.
Yeah, I think the easiest example of that is the horse itself. And just like you said, like sometimes they're not gonna cooperate with us. It's not gonna be the picture that we want, but that's exactly the picture of us with the Father. That's how our relationship with God goes. We don't always act the way that God wants us to. And so when that happens with a horse, I think it's just a great time to talk about that mirror image of hey, this is just like us with God, you know? Like, this horse needs a little correction right now. We might need that in our lives at different points. And so just relating in that way of those two relationships and how similar they can be.